So today topic is the Euler theorem for homogeneous function, and you know that we have discussed in the last lecture about the homogeneous function, and we have given some example. And one more important thing, we have discussed the Euler theorem for homogeneous function also in the last lecture. But this is the Euler theorem for the homogeneous function for first order. Means if I am not wrong, if you remember the statement of that last theorem, and I will give the result also, like if z is a homogeneous function of x and y of order n, means degree and order here is the same thing, order n, then x into curl z by curl x plus y into curl z by curl y is equal to nz. And this is very important result we will use to show such kind of a result. I will discuss some question also, but before moving further, this theorem we have proved it. This is the Euler theorem for first order, because the derivative we have here, it is of order first only. And here today we will discuss the homogeneous Euler theorem for the second order. What is this? If same statement is there but result is different, if z is a homogeneous function of x and comma y of order n, then x square curl square z curl x square plus 2xy curl square z curl x curl y plus y square curl square z curl y square is equal to n into n minus 1 into z. This is the Euler theorem for homogeneous function of order 2. And sometime these results comes in the form of Euler theorem, or examiner may ask directly. Even you have to prove this result. Sometime examiner will ask, state and prove Euler theorem for first order, state and prove Euler theorem for second order, or sometime examiner directly can ask that prove this is equal to this. So whatever the question will be there, you have to prove it. So today I will prove the Euler theorem for the second order. So let's start with the solution. Proof of this theorem. Proof. Okay. So student, as you know that since Z is a homogeneous function of x and y of degree and order, here is the same thing, degree n. So therefore one thing is there, already we have proved this result, so I need not to explain here how I have achieved this. If some students have skipped this, how I have proved it, he or she can watch my previous lecture. I have shared with you also. So I will take, so therefore by Euler's theorems for first order, x curl z by curl x is equal to y curl z by curl y is equal to nz. So I will take this as equation number 1. So once again student, I have proved this result, equation number 1 I have proved, so that's why I am not proving here. And sometime it will be given that prove the Euler theorem for the homogeneous function for second order, then you have to prove this also and then second step also. Because here I have proved, that's why I am not taking this proof earlier. So what you have now, you are very much clear this first equation we have proved earlier. Now, differentiating equation 1. Differentiating equation 1 partially with respect to x, we get. You will differentiate both sides of equation number 1 partially with respect to x. What you will get? When you will differentiate with respect to x, so what you will get? Very interesting to see. This is u into v, x outside, derivative of z, double derivative of z with respect to x. Then this will be outside, u into v. Then derivative of x with respect to x is 1. So first term we have differentiated with respect to x, plus now this into this, y is outside, okay, y outside, derivative of z, double derivative of z with respect to x and y, because y is already there. Now you are differentiating with respect to x, correct? Now if you will take this outside, derivative of y, because when you are differentiating with respect to x, y will be constant, so this will be 0. Okay, so you can ask, sir, why you are not taking this as a constant? Because z is a function of x also and y also, so that's why I'm not cannot take this as a constant, correct? So is equal to, n is a constant, it will be outside, derivative of right hand side, so curl z by curl x. So this is the derivative of equation number 1 with respect to x. I am rewriting it. How I am writing it? See, very interesting to see. X, this term I am going to write it. X curl square z curl x square plus y curl square z curl x curl y is equal to. You will take this term on other side. So curl z by curl x common. You have n minus 1 only. Curl z by curl x. So you can take this as equation number 1. So student, so next I am going to differentiate 1 partially with respect to y, we get. As we have differentiated equation number 1 with respect to x, that by which we are getting the equation number 2. Now I am going to differentiate equation number 1, the same equation with respect to y. Now very interesting to see the derivative. So here again u and v, x is outside, derivative of z with respect to x is already there. Now I will differentiate with respect to y, correct? Plus when curl z by curl x outside and derivative of x with respect to y, x will be constant, so you will get 0. Here will be 0. U into v, you will get 0. Correct? Plus now u into v, y is outside, derivative of curl z by curl y with respect to y, it will be double derivative of z with respect to y. Now curl z by curl y outside, derivative y is 1, because you are differentiating with respect to y. Now derivative of right hand side, n is outside, curl z by curl y. So by this way you can find x curl z by curl y curl x, this term plus this term, y curl square z curl y square. Now I'm going to take this thing on other side. So you have n minus 1 curl z by curl y. So this is the equation number 3. Now student, one thing is very important here. Very important thing. See, because if you will see the proof, this we have to prove. So you have a double derivative of z with respect to x, double derivative of z with respect to y, double derivative of z with respect to x and y. But in curl z by curl x square you have x square, and curl z by curl y you have y square. So from here, if you will see, I need x square. If you will see curl square z curl x square, you have x only. So I have to multiply with x. And if you will see this one, curl z by curl y square, you have a y. So you need to multiply one more y so that you will get y square. So what I am going to do, I am multiplying x with equation number 2 and y with equation number 3 and adding it. We get, very interesting to see, when you will multiply with x, so you will get x square curl square z curl x square. Now this will be xy because y is already there, curl square z curl xy curl y. First I will write on the left hand side. Now the left hand side of equation number 3 will become, this is already x is there, you will get xy because you are multiplying with respect to y. So curl square z curl y curl z. Now multiplying with respect to y here, you will get y square curl square z curl y square is equal to, now on the equation number 2 right hand side you will multiply with x, you will get x n minus 1 curl z by curl x. Now right hand side of equation number 3 you are multiplying with y, you are getting y n minus 1 curl z by curl y. Very interesting to see this result. Now see, so you have x square this one. Now this term I am writing first, y square. Now student, one more thing is there. One more thing is there. You know that I told you earlier that curl square z curl xy is equal to curl square z curl y and curl x. Both are equal. So this implies this will be the double. Means you have a 2xy curl square x curl y. All the term I have solved of the left hand side now. Here n minus 1 is common from the right hand side of the this equation. So left is x into curl z by curl x plus y into curl z by curl y. So students see, what is the equation number 1? Equation number 1, this is the right hand side of the equation number 1 and it is equal to nz. So you can put it equal to, this is nz. So what you will get, n minus 1 into n z. So you will get n into n minus 1 into z. So this is equal to this, hence proved. So this is the Euler theorem for second order. You can see we have proved exactly same. Exactly same. This is the proof of Euler theorem for second order. Now I am going to apply. Now I am going to apply this Euler theorem on this question. The question is verify the Euler theorem. Verification. You know that Euler theorem, and I am telling you again, whenever examiner asking about the verify Euler theorem is Euler theorem for first order, means it is x curl z by curl x and y curl z by curl y is equal to nz. So you have to verify. It is not very much difficult. The simple, it is the derivative. If you are comfortable with the derivative, then things will be okay. So you need not to worry about that. So let's start with the solution. You know that you have to prove derivative of z with respect to x, derivative of z with respect to y. Okay. Even before that, you must know, you have to check whether it is homogeneous or no. Otherwise, it need not to verify. If it is not homogeneous, then you will not verify it. Correct? So how we will check whether it is homogeneous or not? I am getting common x raised to power 1 by 4 from the numerator. So what you are getting here, 1 plus y over x whole raised to power 1 by 4. And I am getting common x raised to power 1 by 5 from the denominator. 1 plus y over x raised to power 1 by 5. Correct? So what you are getting here, x raised to power 1 by 4 and x raised to power 1 by 5. When you will solve, you will take this to the numerator x raised to power 1 by 4 minus 1 by 5, you will get, so you will, the rest of the thing will be 1 plus y over x raised to power 1 by 4 and 1 plus y over x raised to power 1 by 5. Very simple. Now when you will solve this one, when you will take LCM, 5 minus 1, 5 minus 4, 2. So you will get x raised to power 1 by 20. So you will get this one, 1 plus y over x whole raised to power 1 by 4 and 1 plus y over x whole raised to power 1 by 5. So students, see, so you have 1 x raised to power 1 by 20. So the whole, this is the function of y over x only. And you know that if you are able to write the given function into this form, this will be homogeneous function. And therefore z is a homogeneous function of degree 1 by 20. Correct? It's a very simple thing. Degree is 1 by 20. Correct? So if you want to apply this theorem directly, then you can write by Euler theorem, means x curl z by curl y and y curl z by curl x and curl y will be is equal to nz. N is 1 by 20 z. Means this, you can write this thing directly by using Euler theorem. But now we have to verify. Means we have to prove this left hand side is equal to right hand side, and it will be valid because now it is homogeneous. The only thing, whether you are able to prove it or not, this is the only challenge for you today. So I am going to prove it. I want to verify it. So I will differentiate. Now once again, z is equal to x raised to power 1 by 4 and y raised to power 1 by 4 upon x raised to power 1 by 5 plus y raised to power 1 by 5. Okay. Yes. So see, now I am going to solve this result in a very different way, because I have to prove this one. This is my challenge. Now what I am going to do, I am taking log both sides. Very interesting to see. I am going to take log both sides. So because here u over v is very lengthy formula, so to avoid this thing, I am going to use log. Taking log both sides. X raised to power 1 by 4 and y raised to power 1 by 4, x raised to power 1 by 5 and y raised to power 1 by 4. Very interesting to see. You know that there is a formula, log a over b is equal to log a minus log b. Correct? So what you will get? Log a. Log a means log 1 over x plus y raised to power 1 by 4 minus log x raised to power 1 by 5 plus y raised to power 1 by 5. Okay, so log a over b, log a minus b, log a over b, log a minus b. Okay, so left hand side you have a log z. Now differentiate both sides with respect to x. When you will differentiate with respect to x, you know that already I have applied the formula of log u 1 over u derivative of u again. So derivative of log z, it will be 1 over z derivative of z again with respect to x. So why it is partial derivative? Because z depending upon x and y. Now log u 1 over u 1 over u and derivative of this again. So when you will find a derivative of x raised to power 1 by 4, again you will get 1 by 4 here, x raised to power n, x raised to power 1 by 4 minus 1, 1 by 4 minus 1 is minus 3 by 4, and derivative of y with respect to x will be 0, because you know that when you will differentiate with respect to x, y will be constant. Now plus this thing is finished. Now you have a minus derivative of log u 1 over u x raised to power 1 by 5 plus y raised to power 1 by 5, and derivative of x raised to power 1 by 5 again means 1 by 5 here, x raised to power 1 by 5 minus 1, 1 by 5 minus 1 is minus 4 by 5, and derivative of y with respect to x will be 0. So you will get this one. Okay, so very interesting to see the next step. Okay, so what I am going to do now, you have this one is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. So student, I am going to multiply x with both sides, because you know that why I am going to do it. So interesting, because in curl z by curl x you need x. So I will multiply with x in the left hand side. When you will multiply x, 1 over z is okay, curl z by curl x. When you multiply x with left hand side, what you will get? So x raised to power minus 3 by 4 is there. When you will multiply x minus 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1, you will get 4 here, so you will get 1 by 4. So you will get x raised to power 1 by 4 is there, x raised to power 1 by 4, because you have multiplied with x raised to power 1 by 4 plus y raised to power 1 by 4 minus, when you will multiply x with that, you will get 1 by 5 x raised to power 1 by 5, because minus 4 over 5 plus 1 you will get 5, minus 4 plus 5 you are getting 1 by 5, x raised to power 1 by 5 plus y 1 by 5. So you can leave this thing here. Okay, you can take this as equation number 3. Very interesting. Now differentiate. So you have log z is equal to log x 1 by 4 plus y 1 by 4 minus log x raised to power 1 by 5 plus y raised to power 1 by 5. Earlier I have differentiated this with respect to x. Now I am differentiating with respect to y. When you will differentiate with respect to y, so derivative of log z is 1 over z, derivative of z again with respect to y. Correct? So this is log u 1 over u derivative of u again means we are differentiating with respect to y, so derivative of x raised to power 1 by 5 1 by 4 will be 0, and derivative of this will be 1 by 4 here, y raised to power 1 by 4 minus 1 minus 3 by 4 minus here log u 1 over u plus y raised to power 1 by 5. So when you will differentiate this again with respect to y, so derivative of this will be 0 plus 1 by 5 here, y raised to power minus 4 over 5. So here student, I need y with curl z by curl y. So I will multiply 1 over z is here, y curl z by curl y. Multiplying y both sides. What you will get here? 1 by 4 y raised to power 1 by 4 upon x raised to power 1 by 4 plus y raised to power 1 by 4 minus x raised to power 1 by 5 plus y raised to power 1 by 5, here 1 by 5 y raised to power 1 by 5. So this is equation number 4. So what we are going to do, I am going to add equation number 3 and 4. So what we will get, very interesting to see this step. So the left hand side of equation number curl by a curl, left hand side this, here left hand side is this. When you will add it, okay, 1 by z will be common, so you will get x curl z by curl x and y curl z by curl y. This is another important way of differentiating by taking log. Now if you will take the right hand side, now denominator, see the right hand side of both. So denominator of this term is same and denominator is same. Here the denominator of second term is same. You will add only numerator, and numerator will be same, because when you will get common 1 by 4, you have y raised per 1 by 4, y raised per 1 by 4. This will be cancelled out. So what you will get? You will get 1 by 4 is common, x raised to power 1 by 4 plus y raised to power 1 by 4, and denominator is x raised to power 1 by 4, y raised to power 1 by 4 minus 1 by 5 x raised to power 1 by 4, 5 plus y raised to power 1 by 5 upon x raised to power 1 by 5 plus y raised to power 1 by 5. So this will be cancelled out. Okay, so what you will get? You will get 1 by 4 minus 1 by 5. When you will solve it, you are getting 1 by 20. So left hand side is 1 over z x curl z by curl x plus y curl z by curl y is equal to 1 by 20. So you can take this z on other side. You have x curl z by curl x and y curl z by curl y is equal to z 1 by 20 into z. And dear student, we have proved, we have verified the Euler theorem of given function, hence proved, hence verified. Here, now take this another important. So you have a challenge. If you have a challenge to find out what will be the value of n, so x square minus y square whole raised to power 3. So sometime I am not sure whether it is homogeneous or not. So I will apply the concept method. So x square y square raised to power 3. Okay, so if you have this question, so see, x square is already there, no problem at all. So you can get common x square common from here. So when you will get x square is already there, so you can get common x square from here. X square will be common here, be 1 minus y by x whole square whole raised to power 3. Now from here you will get x square common. X square common 1 plus y by x raised to power 2 whole raised to power 3. So what you will get? X square. So x square raised to power 3, x raised to power 6. So 1 minus y over x raised to power 2. Correct? Now there is x raised to power 3, x raised to power 6. Correct? So you have 1 plus y over x raised to power 2. So student, this is cancelled out. You are getting x square, and the rest of the thing is depending upon y over x. So this is a homogeneous function because you are able to convert it into x raised to power n or into f y over x. So whatever the power of x will be there, this is the value of n. So now take this question. Now we are going to apply. Let us suppose if another question is, if u is equal to x raised to power 3 and y raised to power 3 is equal to x cube plus y cube, then show that x curl u by curl x and y curl u by curl y is equal to 3u. Now student, in this question they have not written anywhere that you have to use Euler theorem or you can use Euler theorem. You will decide, because when you will see this thing, it is a real representation of the Euler theorem. Now what you will do, if you want to apply the Euler theorem on any function, here u is the function, u is depending upon x and y. If u will be the homogeneous function, then you can apply the Euler theorem. Now first step to solve this question, to prove this one, I will check whether u is homogeneous or no. Now given u is equal to x raised to power 3 or y raised to power 3. So x cube plus y raised to power 3. Okay. So what I will do, I will take x raised to power 3. What you can do here, x raised to power 3, y raised to power 3. You will divide with x raised to power 3 here and x cube plus y cube. You can divide with x cube here. You can get it common or you can divide it, is both same thing. Okay, when you will divide it, so what you will get here? This is x cube. Now what is this? This is y over x raised to power 3. Now x cube over x cube, it is 1. So y cube over x cube, it is y over x raised to power 3. So what you will get now, see this one. This is the x raised to power 3, and this rest of the thing that I have highlighted, this is a function of y over x. Now therefore means if you can represent any function in the form of x raised to power n of y over x, then it will be the homogeneous function. So therefore u is homogeneous. You will write like this: homogeneous function of x comma y of degree 3. See, degree is 3. Okay, so therefore by Euler's theorem, x curl u by curl x and y curl u by curl y is equal to nu. N z means z is u, n is 3u. So that we have to prove it. See it. Answer is, if, very interesting, if z is equal to tan inverse, if I will solve this question directly, it will be very lengthy without using Euler theorem. But I will take the help of Euler theorem. Show that x curl z by curl x plus y curl z by curl y is equal to sine 2z. Now, very interesting. This is the representation of the Euler theorem. So you can think out when you want to. Otherwise, if you want to differentiate z with respect to x, is very lengthy. Tan inverse u 1 over 1 plus u square, derivative of u again, and when you will differentiate this u, again u over v, it is very lengthy, my dear student. So this is the representation of Euler theorem. You can apply Euler theorem, but how you can apply? So what I am going to do is very interesting to see this. See, what you will do, you have a z is equal to solution tan inverse x cube plus y cube x minus y. Very interesting. You know that if tan in z is equal to tan inverse, then tan will become, here inverse will become tan z is equal to x square plus y square x minus y. Everybody must be aware, if you have a tan theta is equal to x is equal to y, then x will be tan inverse y. So you can write this to this and this to this. So what happened? Because problem was this tan inverse. So I have eliminated this tan inverse. So I will take this tan z. Tan z is equal to u. And I will use this u is equal to tan z in the end of the question. I will take now u is equal to, so u is equal to x cube plus y cube x minus y. So I will check whether it this u, this is the temporary variable because question was given in the z. So you need not to worry about that. I will do this in the end of the question. So I have converted this tan z, and tan z I have let is equal to u. Now you can get it common x cube from here. So 1 plus y over x raised to power 3 upon x, 1 minus y over x. So this is cancelled. You have a 2 x square. So the rest of the thing is depending on y over x. So therefore u is the homogeneous function of degree 2. So now u is the homogeneous, you can apply the Euler theorem here. So therefore you can apply the Euler theorem on u, not on z, because u is the homogeneous. So therefore by Euler's theorem, x curl u by curl x is plus y curl u by curl y is equal to n u 2u. So what I am going to do here, so you know that u is equal to tan z. So student, you must know our requirement is in z, not in u. U is the temporary variable that we have assumed. So now for this I will put u is equal to tan z, x is equal to curl tan z. In place of u I am going to use this one, plus y curl tan z upon curl y. So here is the u is tan z. So I have substituted the value of all the, wherever u is there I have replaced u with tan z. Now, so derivative of tan of anything is secant square anything, and derivative of anything again means derivative of z. Derivative of tan z is secant square z, and derivative of z again. So curl z by curl x. Now y. So derivative of tan z with respect to y, it is secant square z, and derivative of z again with respect to y. So this will become 2 tan z. Now what happened here? From the left hand side, secant square z is common. You have x curl z by curl x plus y curl z by curl y is equal to 2 tan z. So what happened here? In the next step, x curl z by curl x, y curl z by curl y will be is equal to 2 tan z. This secant will move to the denominator of the right hand side. So now I am going to change right hand side, because left hand side we have achieved. In the right hand side I will break everything into sine cos. So tan z will be sine z upon cos z. So secant square z will be 1 over cos square z, and it will be reverse. You have a cos square z here upon 1. So this cos z will be cancelled. You are getting 2 sine z cos z, and this is the formula of trigonometry, sine 2z. So therefore x curl z by curl x plus y curl z by curl y is equal to sine 2z, that we want to prove it. Hence proved. See, this is the requirement. Okay, so this is the exact requirement. The another question I am going to share with you, that is if same kind of a question, one more question for the practice, sine inverse, then I will extend in the second order, x square y square x plus y. Show that x curl u by curl x, y curl u by curl y is equal to tan u. Okay, so see, now the question is in the form of u. Now that it is very much clear from the question, you can apply the Euler theorem, but it will be applicable only on the homogeneous function. So what I will do, I will take this sign here. I will write sine u is equal to x square y square x plus y, and I will let this is equal to z now. So you have z is equal to x square plus y square upon x plus y. Now I will check whether z is homogeneous or not. Now I will take x square common from the numerator, 1 plus y over x whole square. Denominator I will get x common, 1 plus y by x. So this is cancelled out. You have x, and the rest of the thing is depending upon y over x. So here is the degree is 1. So it is very much clear from this term. So z is homogeneous homogeneous function of degree 1. So therefore by Euler's theorem, if any function is homogeneous, then you can apply the Euler theorem. Euler theorem means curl x, curl z by curl x, y, curl z by curl y is equal to n is 1 into z. Okay, and you know that z is equal to sine u, and your question is in u, not in z. So I will substitute the value of z here, x sine u, y sine u, and z is sine u. Now, so what you will get here, x is as it is, derivative of sine u is cos u, and derivative of u again with respect to x. Now, derivative of sine u is cos u, and derivative of u again with respect to y, sine u. Now, cos u is common. Cos u is common. So, cos u is common. X curl u by curl x plus y curl u by curl y is equal to sine u. Now, you can take this cos in the denominator of the right hand side, x curl u by curl x and y curl u by curl y, sine u by cos u, and sine by cos is equal to tan u. So this is the proof that you want. You can verify even this is the requirement, and we have achieved, hence proved. The question is, this is very important question. That what is the difference in this question? This question is in the second order. That is the important thing. Now you know that this kind of a pattern is in the second order. I will not use the direct formula. I will use the basic Euler theorem first. So what you will do here? So solution I will start. I have to prove this is equal to this. So very interesting to see it. Now you have a u is equal to tan inverse y square upon x. So this tan will become tan u y square upon x. So I will take this tan u is equal to z. Correct? So what you will get? Tan z will be, tan u is a z, and it will be y square by x. So you have a z is equal to y square by x. If I will take x common, one more common, so you have a y by x whole square now. So this is x raised to power 1, and this is the function of x over y over x. So z is the, here z is the homogeneous function of degree 1. So therefore by Euler's theorem, x curl z by curl x plus y curl z by curl y is equal to 1 z, and you know that the value of z is tan u. So what you will do right here, x curl tan u upon curl x, y curl tan u upon tan y, or here is the tan u. Now derivative of tan u, you are very much clear, x secant square u. So curl u by curl x. Already I have solved this, so you can do it fast. Secant square u, curl u by curl y is equal to tan u. Okay, so what you will get here? So x curl u by curl x plus y curl u by curl y. Secant square is common. I will take this secant square in the denominator of right hand side. So you will get secant square u. Now like this. Now what you will get here now? Okay, so what you will get here? See, very interesting. So this will become tan is sine u upon cos u. So secant is 1 over u. It will be, sorry, 1 over cos. So it will be cos square u. And this will be cancelled out. You have a sine u cos u. I can apply the formula of sine 2 theta, but you need 2 here. So I will divide with 2 also. So this will become the formula of 1 by 2, and this is the formula of sine 2u. Now x curl u by curl x and y curl u by curl y. So this is the equation number 1. Now equation number 1, I will differentiate 2 times. One, I will differentiate with respect to x, and second time I will differentiate with respect to y. Okay, because I need the second derivative. See, now differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. What you will get? This is x is outside, derivative of u with respect to x, double derivative. Then this will be outside, derivative of x is 1. So curl u by curl x plus, once again that procedure we have done in the morning lecture. So u into v, we are differentiating with respect to x. Y is outside, derivative of curl square u, curl x, curl y. And when you will take this outside, derivative y will be 0. So it is 1 by 2. Derivative of sine 2u, derivative of sine u is cos 2u, and derivative of 2u again, it will be 2 curl u by curl x. Okay, so what you will get here, very interesting to see. So you have a x curl square u curl x plus y square curl square u curl x curl y, and this will be shifted to here. So you have a 1 by 2 cos 2u and minus 1 into curl u. Okay, one more thing is there. I have this 2 will be cancelled out, so it will not come here. So cos 2u minus 1, because this is the term of curl u by curl x, and there is one more equation. So term, both this will be shifted to it, will become negative. So curl u by curl x. You can keep this as equation number 2. So when you will differentiate, now differentiate equation 1 with respect to y. So we get, so you, when you will differentiate this with respect to y, x is outside, curl square u curl x curl y, and when this is outside and derivative of x will be 0, you need not to write. Now y is outside, derivative of curl u by curl y one more times, double derivative, then curl u by curl y outside, and derivative y with respect to y will be 1, is equal to derivative of this with respect to y. So this will become 1 by 2 outside, derivative sign is cos 2u, and derivative 2u again 2 curl u by curl y. So this is cancelled out. So what you will get, the same kind of way you will get x curl square u curl x curl y plus this one y curl square u curl y square. Now this will be shifted here. You will get cos 2u minus 1 into curl u by curl y. This is equation number 3. So what you will do here, one thing you will do, you will multiply x with equation number 2. If you will multiply, I can do here. If you will multiply, here is the, not x. You will multiply x with equation number 1, you will get xy. Here you will get x. Now if you will multiply y with equation number 3, you will get y here the y square, and you have a y here. So when you will add, now you can just add equation number 2 and 3 now. So what you will get here, very interesting. This is this plus this, or this is double, means x square curl square u curl x square, this is x square, plus 2xy curl square u curl x curl y, this is double, and plus y square curl square u curl y square. Now in the right hand side you have this common, this and this is common, means cos 2u minus 1 is common. So what is left? X curl u by curl x plus y curl u by curl y, and the same thing you are getting here. So this value already you have done it, cos 2u minus 1. So value of this is 1 by 2 sin 2u. Now I have to solve the right hand side. So student, you know that cos 2 theta, you have a formula of cos 2 theta in term of sine. Cos 2 theta, the formula is 1 minus 2 sine square theta. 2 theta will become sine theta. So I will write 1 minus 2, because result in the sine only, 2 sine square u minus 1. So 1 by 2 sine 2u. Now this minus is cancelled out. So what you are getting here, minus, okay, and this 2 will be cancelled with this, minus sine square u and sine 2u. You can see the right hand side of our this one. So hence proved. Very interesting. This is very important question. Hence proved.